Hi, today is June 29th, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1000 for the year, Tied Together. The three waterlogged logs, tied together as they are, stand in the river by the pier, letting the waves lap at them. They look strong, although tied together as they are, there isn't much that they can do in terms of anything. They look like a bondage-loving throuple, tied together as they are, but I don't know if logs are into B&D, or even if they are into sex. So perhaps they are tied together as they are against their will, for someone else's pleasure or convenience or aesthetic. So I don't know whether to be happy for the logs or sad, tied together as they are. Poem number 1001, Pulled Apart. The pulled apart pieces lay scattered and strewn in many different places along many different routes in many different directions. Perhaps the individual parts are happy to have their independence, or perhaps they preferred being part of a complete and undivided whole. Perhaps the pulled apart pieces will reunite and be as one again, or perhaps one or more of the pulled apart pieces will find it far too bothersome to journey back to an agreed upon meeting place, or perhaps most or even all of the pulled apart pieces would rather die than be joined. This is not, by the way, a poem about Independence Day. For those, you will have to wait until next month. Poem number 1002, Then and Now and Then. After it is now, it will be then. And now is not the time, but it is nearly the time. When it is the time, then it will be now. And when the time is come and gone, it will be then. It will then be then. It will no longer be now. Poem number 1003, Table Talk. If you listen very closely, you can hear the table talk. It gossips about the chairs, and spills tea about the teacups, and cuts the cutlery to ribbons with its barbed comments and barely concealed innuendo. If you ask me, though, the table shouldn't talk. If it had a closet, it would have a lot of skeletons in the closet. That's why, even when I can hear it, I don't really listen to the table talk. And the last poem of the day, poem number 1004, Spacewalk. A thing that bothered me about the Apollo astronauts was when they would go for what they called a spacewalk, because they weren't walking in space any more than those people in the musical Hair were walking in space. Those weren't spacewalks. They were space floats or space bobs. They would bob up and down. The astronauts didn't walk in any sense of the word. But if I think long and hard about the Apollo astronauts, I think that might be the only thing about them that bothers me, which is pretty amazing when you consider how easily bothered I often am. Now, if you don't mind, I think I will go for an actual walk. In other words, I will have my feet on the ground, and I will put one foot in front of the other, and in no way will I do anything resembling what is mistakenly referred to as a spacewalk. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.